Sports in the building. You see the names. You know what I'm saying? Shadow Hall. You feel me? Sports Notion. You got Face On. You know what I'm saying? What's that new track, bro? It was difficult for me to find. Somebody, because somebody didn't set up properly. you know.
We set up. So let's clear the air before we
Oh,
go. You know what I mean? We set up live on all streaming platforms, baby. Let me see y'all right now. You feel me? Go play that. Let me see on all
word.
platforms and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Feel you. I feel you. Okay. Well, look, man. So we know that the sports space been kind of. I'm gonna say the sports space been kind of dry because we know the training camp is coming up. Football, and I've been hearing but nothing but both of y'all teams. Ironically,
Hmm.
McCain is apparently I have a corner that's strapping shit DJ as far as I guess like at the Panthers, and then he showed up with the pad with the strap with the
Yeah, he
seat.
got the he got the seatbelt joint, the thigh pad.
Fire,
Fire. It's
fire.
fire.
And then on the other side, I'm hearing with Shadow Team Patriots that a LSU former product is clicking. He always been clicking, and now AJ is also clicking. So that's scary to
Hmm.
hear from me. I did hear that Gonzo is not happy. He need a deal. I did hear that, but
Yeah.
Had to throw a little
uh,
slander in there. Had to throw a little slander in
Yeah.
there.
hey, look, man,
Hey, look,
Gonzo
man.
gonna stay. He nice.
Yeah,
They gonna
Gonzo
figure out
said
something.
he said he want to keep those things in house, so he was a little good at Kraft had made that comment, but just keep how the Patriot way is to keep that stuff in closed doors. So we'll see.
All right, so all right, but let's go ahead and transition. We'll be a lot more with that when it comes to training camp and when that starts. So we're not that far from that.
Hey man, Panthers football next week. Hall of Fame game
That's
next week. So
that's wow. And
yeah, you know what I'm
we back.
saying? We back. We back.
Oh my gosh, football's back, man. Okay, all right. You know we're gonna be there. I'm just getting too excited. All right. So as y'all know, we've been hearing about the Kawhi news, stuff in the Warriors, which sounds kind of crazy as well. We also have some CBA things going on. So the next thing is, what do y'all want to start? Honestly,
Man, I guess we could start with the Kawhi situation. It's kind of like it's been going on for like 2 years now. I feel like it's been a never-ending saga with this man, and all he had to do was plant a tree. Now he don't know where he gonna live at. He Canadian. He back in LA. We don't know what's going on.
that's true. That's true. It's been a lot. It's been a lot with Kawhi. But you know the thing about this is they were really transparent, kind of in the beginning of this. Like when they told them initially that if you take him, that it will be on y'all to figure this out. I kind of got the vibes that they already started being like, I don't know about that. In my honest opinion,
Yeah.
but I'm seeing reports saying that the Clippers are quite fine with Kawhi being staying with the Clippers. I don't know what that
Hell
does for
yeah.
him outside of that, but I get it.
Yeah. He wouldn't
So
want any. They wouldn't. It was some extension talks, that kind of wasn't going that way. And then they like, okay, cool. Well, we can trade you and get some pieces. We'll get Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, and some picks. But I mean, he had a career highs last year, so it's like it ain't like he was All NBA again, second team. He's never been third team in his life in the NBA, and he's been a 7-time All NBA player. So I mean, they'll gladly take him. It ain't like it ain't like Charlotte with Dalton Connect and what's my man name from Charlotte
it was Mark Williams
Mark
the
Williams
first
from
time.
Duke.
Yeah,
Yeah, it didn't go through. It's like it ain't like that.
yeah,
Like, damn, we got to stick with Dalton Connect. It's like, okay, well, we'll just take back the second team All NBA player who had this career high last year. We're fine with that. You know.
Right. We ain't got to
Yeah.
shoot no more promos. We ain't got
Yeah.
to change nothing around.
Yeah. And
Bring
we'll
it back
figure it
at
out.
home.
And if it gets figured out, it's cool. If not, oh well, and we'll see what happens at the end of the season. If Kawhi still plays, if he gets re-signed, just that's a whole different ball game. But for right now, they'll stick with him.
Fair. Seeing that, so if that's the case, then Brandon Ingram and Grady Dick comes back to Toronto, and then they're both free agents in 2027.
Yep.
Do we think that the Raptors still pack them up?
Nah, I mean, I don't see a real. I ain't gonna say I don't see a real market for him, but you might as well run it back. They made the playoffs last year. Might as well just go ahead and run it back, accept them with open arms, and with a couple of the new pieces that they added. You might as well just go ahead and bring them on back, man. Fuck it, let's try to run it back and compete against the Sixers, man.
I mean, it ain't really. It's not really no point. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean Grady Dick. I like Grady Dick in Kansas. I think he's a sniper. I think that just the coach that they have, he's kind of buried him on that bench. He plays barely any. And then Ingram is just a professional scorer for real, for real. Um, is inconsistent, but it's more so just because they have so many. The team is a team full of scorers for real, for real. Between him,
Right.
Quickly, R.J. Barrett, guys who need the
Got
ball
it.
in their hand. Of course you have Scotty Barnes, but he's a Swiss Army knife, does everything. So I think I guess you could try to move Brady if you wanted to, but I mean I would be happy keeping Ingram. I wouldn't have any issue with keeping Ingram. Honestly, if they don't get Kawhi, they're gonna need Ingram.
Right.
I don't see the purpose in because you can't lose, you can't not get Kawhi and then get rid of Ingram and then have nothing. You know,
Unless,
Um,
unless you trade for Jalen Durant.
but they still have,
Unless
but then they have no scores. I
they
mean,
got
they have
Scotty
nah,
Barnes.
they
no,
got
no. So go ahead. I'm sorry, Trey. Go ahead.
they have RJ Barrett to have quickly, but I'm not.
Scotty Barnes, a
He
three-time
don't-
All
he
Star.
don't he
Yeah.
don't but Duran don't do nothing for them. He doesn't change anything for them. What does he add?
I mean,
I
he.
mean,
That's it. I'm just saying if they wanted to move the
If they
pieces.
just wanted to get rid of him, sure, but he
Yeah, they
doesn't
just
do.
wanted to move the pieces. I mean,
Yeah,
they
it's
don't
like
really have a. They don't have a real big though. Like that was
they
a
don't.
knock. That was a knock for them going into the playoffs last year. They don't have a real big, so
yeah, man. Yeah,
he
you're
would
right.
add some size and depth, especially with LeBron coming over to the Sixers and what I'm saying, essentially the Knicks running it back. So it would
Yeah,
add a little bit of more size to them in the forward or the front court position, but
but it's like they got Jakob Pertl.
that's
They
all
got
right.
that boy I really like, Murray Boyles. He's really
Yeah,
nice. He showed a lot of prom. That's like trading a Pepsi for a Coke. It's like
pretty
it,
much.
they
That's
really do it.
wow.
It's
Hey, the
like
Coke is fire. I ain't
you
gonna
know,
lie.
Darren doesn't really do it, but I mean, I guess they just want to get off of him, and sure, but
I mean, I think of it like this. I don't think there would be necessarily a bad look in my honest opinion. I mean, granted, give Duran his respect. Young All Star, he could really explode. I think that he adds more offensive than Jacob Portal. I always
Mm.
fuck up his name. But in your defense, I'm gonna tell you right now, he got defensive votes. He's not a defender. I don't care what you say. That's literally a SAR. So for everybody to say that, like he's a big man, he protects the paint, he can score. That second thing is absolutely a lie. JD is good because he can play make similar to Bam at one point in time, and he can score inside the paint. Those are the things. When you put the ball in his hands, things can actually happen. So I could see that benefiting the Raptors, but I've also ironically was on the Raptors Locked On podcast, and I was listening how they have to pay RJ Barrett.
Oh yeah,
So
you gotta run that check.
one of them have to go. So I think, in my honest opinion, shipping off Brandon would be the smarter move right now because of money reasons. You're gonna have to pay RJ. RJ showed up. Brand a lot of times. I like Brandon Ingram, but from what I see and the fans, they think he's inefficient as a scorer. And he has, and I think when you all brought it in, there's a team full of scorers, so maybe he don't feel like he has the ball in his hands. So if that trade happens, I wouldn't be necessarily mad at that. Give us a Jacob. We don't need no crazy center. At least he can defend. Give us Brandon Ingram. He can score. We got a lot of defenders on there. I mean, personally, I think that can work. And also, we can pay him.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say y'all got the bread for it.
And don't
Y'all got
Yeah,
the bread.
and don't forget, Brandon Ingram is coming off of what 22, 6 and 4, and he's only 28 years old. He's been in the league 10 years.
Crazy,
that's
right?
crazy,
Crazy.
bro.
The
Remember,
Duke
we
boys
all
they go in there and they get that one and done. You know what I'm saying? He's been in the league 10 years. It's crazy. But I mean, I get it. I wouldn't be mad at it. You got to, and you're not going to trade away the guy that's you traded from New York to Canada, who's from Canada, who's been in Canada his entire life. Maple
Yeah,
Mamba. You're not gonna trade Maple Mamba away from the Maple Leaf. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody gonna go, it's gonna probably be Ingram.
yeah,
So
that's a fact. I would say I didn't know that they was up for it. Like his contract was up until, like I said, ironically, I was driving to work and locked on Raptors came up with my YouTube feed, and I'm like, why not? Fuck
yeah.
it, why not?
And just
Tired
to
of
be
hearing
fair,
the news.
and just to be fair, if we keep it 100. Raptors ain't they ain't going nowhere. They ain't doing nothing. They're
First
not
round,
doing
first
nothing.
round exits.
They ain't doing
First round
nothing.
exit.
First round exits.
Yeah,
You been so kind. First round exits. They no.
they
They'd
in
be
the
lucky.
first round last year.
They'd be lucky if they the ninth seed.
Damn. What team knocking them out their
Wow.
spot though?
You
I don't
got
think
Whoa.
Pacers coming back,
Whoa.
Paces. All right, Paces.
and and
I
and I
might
think
fuck with.
Okay.
Charlotte is going to be a lot better
I
with
don't know
Nas.
about that. I don't know
Oh,
about that.
They're going to
You're
be
losing
better
me.
because you know it's going to
Paces, I
because
give it.
Brandon Miller's going to have the ball more. Khan's going to be able to create more. Kobe White's going to be able to do more, and you add Nas. I like them a lot. And then
I ain't saying they gonna be awful, but I don't think they gonna be able to knock the Raptors off their spot. The Raptors got
yeah.
a little bit more. They just got a little bit more.
I just wish I knew what the Raptors had. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at this roster, Jamal shit and Jakob Pertl and a
You
bunch
just
of
called the
guys.
nigga the Maple Mamba. We just just called this nigga the Maple
Yeah,
Mamba.
but one thing about Maple Mamba is Maple Mamba inconsistent too. That's
Oh, for
why
sure.
that same thing probably had with the Knicks. All three left handers, everybody wanted Jack. And then Emmanuel quickly, he the same way. He inconsistent. He
Mm-hmm.
stay hurt. Yeah, they just picked up Kyle Anderson.
Where the fuck? I thought that nigga was out the league. I thought he was
I
in the
thought
big
Kyle Adams
league.
had the lead too.
Chucky Hepburn, Alan
Shut up.
Graves, uh, AJ Lawson. Oh my God, they're gonna be.
I mean, well, I will say this though. Here's the thing. I will say there's some people that showed up in the offs. Like you said, that we seen what? Yeah, Murray Boyles showed up in the
Nice,
offs, and I think it's about the time that he
nice.
would. You know what I'm saying? And he's young, so you want to give him that, you want to give him that like that chance, right? I do still like RJ, obviously
I
for
love him.
scoring. Jamal Sheed actually playing point a lot showed up for him as well.
A little bit.
And yeah, like he
Oh
showed.
yeah.
I mean, for what it's worth, he showed up well. Jacoby finally like finally is starting to live up to what he was supposed to be, even if it's not anything great per se per draft stock, but he's actually contributing. Kyle Anderson will be Kyle Anderson, like I said. Scotty, you still got Scotty, and like I said, I like AJ Lawson too. So like they got a lot of forwards, depths, and
Yeah,
wings.
but they
Yeah.
got
So
hella wings. Like they're a big wing factory. But I also think they got more players. Like just comparing them to Charlotte, I feel like they got more players that's ready to take a leap than the Hornets do. Like Dalton Connect is probably gonna go through a sophomore, you know what I mean, situation. Kobe White, we know he could ball, but this our first time really seeing him with expectations and with the keys. You know what I'm saying? Like we know him from Chicago. Chicago, we're not really expecting you to really, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like come show up to
Yeah.
work. Show up to
But
work.
but
But
Kobe
he
White is
now
a but I just Kobe White is a bucket, and I
he
think that
bucket.
the difference is Houston. I mean, Charlotte has a better over has a well rounded team. Remember, again, they got Rose Neal, they got Dorian Finney-Smith, they got Grant Williams, they got Grayson
yeah.
Allen, they got Nas Reed, they got vets.
They got the new Avengers. We got a
They
bunch of
got
mid
vets.
and
Hold
mid.
on.
Plus, the biggest thing is this. They were comfortable letting Melo go because I feel like they hit so good on the draft. When you get
All
Con,
right.
Theon James, my man from Creighton, what in the world is that dude's name? I can't think of his name.
They
Oh,
they got Anderson too from
Kalkenbrenner,
Texas Tech.
Liam McLeany. They hit on the draft so well. Now you still got Trey Mann. So now Trey
Yeah, I'm
Mann
about to
can
say you
come
got
in.
young Trey Man
Yeah.
out there.
So it's like to me, I'm looking at them and it's like, hey, they was they was a game away from being in the playoffs last year. I mean, I don't know. I think with those vets, you got guys, some experienced vets coming in to play with that young core. I don't know. I
But
think we see. I think it's
you
less.
lose your star though. You feel me? Like that's not just like he's not just a star. He's the engine of their team. So now they got to reestablish an identity.
Yeah,
And
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Without, I mean, no disrespect to Kobe White, because like you said, he's a bucket. Like I fuck with Kobe White, but I don't know who's the star. Brandon Miller? We putting this, you know what I'm saying? Like we putting
absolutely.
all that
Yeah,
on Brandon Miller.
him
That's
and
but that's a
Con.
but that's what I mean. Like that's a big leap to take. You feel me? Like Brandon Ingram already used to being a star. Scotty Barnes, all star. RJ Barrett, he's been in the league for some time now. I ain't gonna say he's a superstar, but he's, you know what I'm saying? Like he already know what to expect. Like Brandon Miller, this you're just putting the keys in the hands of a bunch of young drivers. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
So it's a lot to live up to, but I'm not saying it's impossible. I just think Toronto will be a little bit more successful than the Hornets, or
yeah. I agree.
they might end up battling it out in the play-in. You know what I'm saying?
You're
Because
right.
the young teams
And I agree.
unexpected.
To me, I think it's more so. It's not really about how much faith I have in. I mean, how much I discredit Toronto, as in I'm just excited to see what this new Charlotte Hornets team look like without Melo Ball. Because
For
I'm
sure.
looking at how they weren't even playing Melo at the end of games last year because the coach like, look, if you're not going to defend, you're not going to play. You know what I'm saying? And it's your best
Mhm.
player, and you
Yeah.
losing.
Yeah.
You down at the end of games and you not playing him.
I'm
So
about to
he's
say
trying to develop a culture.
Kobe White was coming in there saving the day for real, for real.
So I'm
Yeah, he
just
was.
he's trying to develop a culture over there. So I think it'll be interesting to see what that culture looks like with Miles Bridges and Lamelo Ball gone.
Damn, I forgot they lost Miles. Jeez.
Yeah, he's in Phoenix with
In
that.
Phoenix now.
Yeah, Phoenix. Yeah. I mean,
That
my
shit.
my thing is, my thing is, Nas Reed is also a good pickup. Well, I will say this, and also I forgot Alan Graves is so tough. I was hounding him. I thought he was going to Spurs, and I was about to be sick
Yeah,
for that reason.
I didn't
But
want him.
that's a perfect Spur player, and I was like, dog, don't let it happen. They already have enough.
They got
But
too much over there, man.
bro, yeah, I'm glad I'm glad the swing that they took for what's his name Quince. Essentially, like, yeah, defensive wise, he's gonna be a dog. But when I say I was terrified of Allen Graves because he can go just how he was able to score and how he was moving, I'm like, bro, if you put him by Wemby, what are we gonna do with that, gang? Like,
Even Quince is too much next to Wimby, bro. Like it's
it
too
is.
much, bro.
But I'm just
It
happy
is.
we got Reed though. I love Reed. I seen what Reed did. I seen what Reed did to
Hey,
Duke. I see.
hey,
I,
hey,
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 I
you know
seen
what
what the
time it
Utah
is.
boy did, man.
You know what time it is. That's good. That's a good backup for Wemby too. I was sick about that. I'm like, bro, the rich keep on getting richer. But I don't want to make this a Spurs pod. But so I do see the Charlotte connection. I do think that LaMelo was great, but he just didn't do also winning plays. And yes, the uptick on the offense like rose, but this was the first time he played consecutive years and consecutive games and how long? And they was taking him out of games. He was averaging 23 minutes. So I'm not saying that like it's necessarily a bad thing per se, because I think that me personally, I think you run it back with LaMelo. Kobe, I think it's better as a scoring shooting guard, but I also think that they took the risk on Anderson as well. Like you said, you have Trey. And also, I wouldn't be mad if this happened. I know it's probably not, but I would like to see Curry go to Hornets.
I was gonna say that.
So let's talk about Curry then, man. Since
Let's get into it,
Yeah.
man. Get
we
into it,
can just
man.
segue over there.
So yeah, so for the people that don't know, Golden State has been trying to find stars to fit beside Curry. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I'm giving him too much credit. For the past 5 to 6 years, Curry has made try to make this mid roster the terrible roster. Even within that window, they stopped supporting Curry, and he still won a ring. So they haven't been supporting. They wasted 5 or 6 years of their prime. They lost out LeBron. They lost out everything. So at this point, They're now looking past the era. The GM and the owner are saying that we were looking past Curry era. So that has created some discourse in the office, but it has been recently posted multiple times that there's some mutual interest between Steph and the front office. But I think that's a mistake. Gentlemen, I will give you all the floor.
I blame Draymond Green straight up and down. I blame Draymond Green, bruh. I don't think he's likable. I don't think anybody wants to play with him. And I just blame their system in general. The way they tried to build their system. I mean, it's been successful when it's successful. However, You trade the most likable player on your team aside from Curry and Klay Thompson. You bring in Jimmy Butler, who can't seem to stay healthy. You trade away Al Horford. You know what I'm saying? You trade away all your pieces. You trade it. What's up with Kevon Looney? You let him go, but you also age these players out. You feel me? Like you
Yeah.
age you age these players out, and then you never found anybody to come in and replace Draymond, even with him being the heart and soul of the team. Like he's in the Udonis Haslam stage of his career. He don't need to be getting major minutes. He don't need to be on the floor dictating nothing. The nigga need to be in the bench with the quarter zip on, gang. It's time to get real players in there, but don't nobody want to come over there, bro, because you got Draymond Green taking up all the fucking airspace, bro. He's a big like he's a big gravity puller, bro. Like nobody wants to come over there, no matter how good Steph is. Jimmy Butler can handle it because he's Jimmy Butler. He don't give a fuck about nobody. He also has the DNA of Michael Jordan flowing through his veins, so he don't give a fuck. He can handle his own. Anybody else? Like Wiggins, he was quick to get up out of there. Trade me as soon as y'all can. I'm not arguing with nothing. Let me go. And now you got to run with Steph Curry and Pajinski and Gary Payton II. Like this is your lineup.
Mhm.
This is your lineup. Free Steph Curry, but we don't want to see him leave because he's what 20 years in, 19 years in the seasons, or 19 seasons in. Like he, so even if he do leave, it kind of a stain on his legacy for real, for real.
Shadow, what you think? That was a hell of a rant.
First off,
Just saying.
prayers up to Moses Moody. You know, get well soon.
Right.
Um, it's a lot of people to blame, honestly. We're gonna blame. You know, shout out to my Duke boys. Mike Dunleavy. I don't know what you got going on over there.
Oh yeah.
Um, Steve Kerr. I don't know what you got going on over there.
Dang.
And let me break this down. Mike Dunleavy. Since you came over there, it's just been a bunch of we don't know. We just we just trying we experimenting. You don't experiment when you have the greatest shooter of all time
That
at the
part.
at the, at the end of his career when he's still showing you greatness and you have an opportunity to get him more. That's number one. Number two, Steve Kerr. See, the problem is the Warriors could have been in a better position, but for some reason Steve Kerr just I don't know if he just decided not to coach or what, but when you had Kaminga, you didn't know how to utilize him. Draymond Green comes out and says, um, I'm really excited to see for Chris Paul to come to us because I haven't been able personally to unlock Kaminga, and I think that Chris Paul will be able to do that. Chris Paul didn't really get to do anything at Golden State. It's just been a lot of we got these players, but we not using them the right way. We
Right.
want to ride Draymond and Steph into the ground. You get Buddy Hield. You barely play him. You get you don't I don't know. I'm looking at the roster. It's like you love pods. You said you came. You say you want pods shooting what 8 threes a game or some crap like that. Like it's
Hmm.
just I don't understand the direction. And it's like then you lose Quentin Post. I really liked him with y'all. You draft Yaxel, but it's
Michael
like
Jackson.
I like
I like
Axel
I
though.
like Will I like Will Richard, but it's like
Will Rich is tough too. Yep.
it, Charles Bassey, Malavi Leon, DeAnthony Melton. You got people opting out and signing them back. You didn't get LeBron, so you basically Draymond opted out of 25 million. You re-signed him for 27. Give him a little two extra.
27.
Did I don't get it. I
I
don't get it.
don't
I mean,
get
I
it.
don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but it's like this is not how you treat somebody who brought you 4 championships.
For sure.
And I'm not even saying that it's one person's fault, but it's like, look, Dunleavy, if you don't know how to really run a team, and Kerr, you know that Kerr didn't even know he was coming back. We didn't even
Right.
know if Kerr was gonna be
Yeah.
here or not. So
Yeah.
it's like if
I'm about to say he on a 2 year deal himself.
yeah, all this uncertainty, it's like, man, let's work with Steph and figure out something that worked for him, where he can play out the last 2 or 3 years of his career, extend it a little bit, and try to go in and be part of a championship team. Because this not it. Who knows what Jimmy Butler gonna look like coming off that ACL? It's too. Who know what Moses Moody gonna come out off the patella tendon? We don't even know. This team suck.
I'm about to say, even if you do, even if you just looking at the roster constructed, like these niggas is ass. Like these niggas are ass. They still got Porzingis, like he what
No, they
unrestricted
just
free agent.
re-signed Porzingis.
We know he about to
Yeah,
play 30 games.
They literally just re-signed Porzingis.
strong 30 games. All right.
Strong
I mean,
32 game season, man.
so okay, this is a drag the warrior session because I mean, there's not too much to say, but I'm gonna go ahead and give some respect to them when I say this, and I'm only gonna say this: we gotta stop overrating Kaminga. He
Who's
went to a
overrating
second. He
Kaminga?
went to. He went to a second. Just in general. Oh, he didn't work out because Golden State didn't know how to use him. You went to Atlanta. You had one good game. Then you went and fell off the face of the earth.
That nigga ass. I told y'all in the summertime that nigga's ass. That nigga said, "Nah, bro, he gonna go crazy." Never, never
Look,
been a Kaminga fan.
I have not. I have not either. I think that I think that he has all the variables, but I just think that the IQ hasn't caught up with his body. And athleticism is a great thing until you get to a certain part in the NBA where everybody can be maybe not as athletic as you, but you're not the Thompson twins.
But where's the
Man,
player development though? Because there's no
he
I
player
mean,
development.
ass.
Because
He
what I'm saying,
ass.
because Pods hasn't done anything. Uh, Yaxel's going to play a lot because he's not your average rookie. He's like 23, 24. He's a seasoned rookie, I guess. Moody, when he did play, he showed sign, but they're not developing these. They're not developing players. They just all right. Go hoop. We're gonna figure it
See,
out. We're
the
gonna let
difference
Draymond illegal
between
screen
Pods
Steph
and
run around to
Kaminga.
the ground, and we're gonna figure it out. It's like there's no Steve Kerr not even coaching.
I mean, I wouldn't be motivated to coach the squad either. But when did Brandon? Look, I mean, when did Paz get drafted? Where was he drafted at? Let's start off there. Do we have that? I mean, I could figure it out.
Yeah, I got it right
But I
here.
say he only been in the
Okay.
league for like 4 years, if that.
He got
And
drafted in 2023.
he drafted
Two,
2023.
three, three
What pick
years.
was he?
But they
What,
basically gave him the keys though. Like
I mean, because he do the intangibles. He a hard nosed white boy. Like he come in there, he handle the ball. He can at least handle the ball.
so he so
yeah,
he Dellavedova with a
Pretty
jump
much.
shot.
Pretty much.
That's insane. That's not good enough for the Warriors. You got
I
Steph Curry
mean,
on your team. This team. The problem is when Jimmy Butler got like, man, look, this team sucked, bro.
I'm saying Kaminga can't shoot. He too lazy to do any second effort on defense. It's like he just out there. I'm here to run and jump. Like you know what I'm saying. Like take your ass to the dunk league for all that, bro. Like
Yeah.
he comes out
yeah,
there and does nothing. He can't shoot. He inefficient. He don't have the IQ. Like it's the intangible shit. I feel like they was trying to get him to understand, or at least like trying to put him in a Andrew Wiggins role type vibe, but he can't shoot well enough to do that. Then you try to put him in a Draymond Green type vibe. He don't have the IQ to do that. So it's like you unplayable at that point.
Yeah.
yeah. But I think the play. I mean, the answer thing about Brandon, I think that Brandon did do a lot. I think that Brandon did a lot better. I think that I've seen the progression with Brandon. I just think Brandon thinks too much of himself. Like he was thinking that he needed to be the person beside, like he needed to be number one. And I get it. Steph is old, but hey, brother.
Nah, you ain't there yet. He ain't there yet.
But I respect that. I think that I've seen flashes from him. Santos, I've seen flashes from Santos late in there, and you mentioned Will Richard. I've seen Will
Which
Richard.
is all
I
right.
like
Well,
Yeah,
Will
Rich is
Richard.
all right.
those I've seen development proper. So I mean, I'm not going to say just yet, but they did have a lot of misses. Like to me, even Modi, Moses Moody should have been better by now. I ain't gonna lie, half of these people are scrubs and they don't even know.
But it's
So
hard. It's hard, man. It's so hard
I'm
when
gonna
you're
say
not playing.
I'm about to say that's Steve Kerr fault because he not playing. He's not developing these young
He's
players.
not.
They're
He's
trying
not
to stick to their
developing them.
core. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's also kind of hard. I feel like it is kind of hard. Like, it's kind of like a LeBron situation. Like, your growth is gonna get stunted when you're playing with one of the greatest ever. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And then you also got, like I said, Draymond Green. Like, it's just so much that comes with Draymond Green, bruh. It's so much. I mean, because he is smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has
yeah.
an extremely high IQ. So it's like if you fuck up, you only get one chance to fuck up before you know what I'm saying. Next thing you know,
He on your ass.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You making room on the bench.
you're right. LeBron first year with the Lakers was not was Randall on that team? Lonzo, Josh Hart,
Yeah,
they
that's
all
what it
got traded
was.
for AD, right?
Yeah,
Immediately.
yeah.
Look, man.
They'd have had Bi. Like Lakers had
That's
a
what I'm saying.
lot of
Cool.
You know, I was like, hey,
Kuz,
hey,
prime Kuz, crazy. So
But
but
I mean,
it all goes back to the punch. It all goes back to the punch, man. The
but
Warriors
as
dynasty
far
died that day.
but with
it
Steph,
did.
like as far as like Steph and you talking about them offers, I think if he was to go somewhere, I know there's been a couple teams. I could see Charlotte. I could because you know he could go back home. But if he really wants to try to win a championship, see the asking price is just too high. That's the only thing.
Yeah,
So
that's the thing. That's the
because I
problem.
the same reason I didn't want us to get Giannis. I'm not gonna lose all my depth, all my talent, all my youth to try to get a guy for a couple years, you know, because I'm thinking about the long time as a fan. I'm thinking about my team and when I'm 40 years old versus when I'm, you know, 35. You know, it's not worth the risk, not worth the war if you don't win a championship. And even sometimes the
Mm.
championship is not enough. So,
Right.
you know, where can Steph go? Where's he gonna go to Denver? That
I don't think he'd
I
fit
mean, in
in there.
Denver, I hate Denver too. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Joker and Steph is probably crazy.
yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie to you.
but they are a defensive minded team, bro. Murray plays a little bit more defense than Steph does,
He
personally.
does.
But
He
Christian Brown don't play no defense, and
Christian
He
Brown
he
don't
got
got
the,
to
he's
defense.
starting. And they got an issue with this Peyton Watson. They got to get you know
oh
it's that
yeah,
Yeah, we gotta talk about that. We got to. That's gonna be some time for the CBA. So we gonna talk about that. I mean, okay. So my thing is the reason why I agree with Steph and the Joker thing in Denver will work because the gravity that Steph has. That's just what it is. Like you give Joker that gravity, that's insane.
it's a
Jamal
problem.
Murray gonna have to go for the trade. So I get that's gonna happen. But yeah, like yeah, the gravity will just be insane. It'd be better for a lot of people. Christian Brown would be way more open. Maybe have a bounce back year. Peyton may come back and he was already going and having Curry out there. Joker just dishing the rock and you don't have to sit at the 3 point line because he got Curry putting these boys in hell, running, doing all the stuff that the gravity thing and pulling everybody left and right. So I could see it, but I mean I stand with y'all. I don't think it's going to happen, and that's okay. You've gotten 4 rings in a LeBron era. A
Yeah,
lot of people can't say that.
hey.
I mean, I would love to see him go to Houston. Honestly, reunite with KD. No Draymond Green involved this time around. I feel like that'll be a better fit than you know what I mean
I mean,
than Denver. But that's the
I mean, I
I don't know
suppose
what the market I don't know. I mean, Steph Curry's the greatest player ever. He can go anywhere, but I don't know what the market really is for Steph Curry right now. Like,
I could
that's
say
fair.
him going to Denver. I could see Jamal Murray,
Mhm.
maybe Spencer Jones, and maybe a pick or two. Christian Brown. I mean, you got to get rid of some players.
oh, for
Yeah, for
sure.
sure, for
You
sure.
know, so it's like, and that's what I'm saying. I was out for even for Giannis, I wasn't willing to give up Castle or Vassell Shane. I wasn't really willing to give up none of my people. So I don't even know what they would be willing to give up for Steph. It just depends on how bad they want it. You know,
Yeah,
they got Joker, so it's a little different.
that's fair. So
Yeah.
okay. Speaking of that, we talked about the Charlotte thing, talked the Peyton Watson thing. So how do we feel about them looking to do the qualifying offer?
For Peyton Watson,
Yeah, Peyton Watson. We'll go ahead and talk about Jalen Duren.
I mean, is he worth it? I mean, is he worth it? For one, I mean, shout out to Sam Presti for what I'm saying,
Oh yeah,
forcing the issue, pushing niggas into the second apron. He's a demon. That nigga's
a
a demon.
demon, bruh.
He's a demon. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know if Payne Watson's that valuable of an asset if I'm Denver. You feel me? I don't know. We got
But they
Christian
came
Braun over
down.
there already. I mean, yeah, they came down, but like you still over the you know what I'm saying? You still over your tax. You still in the second apron. Like we might have to let Brody go, bro, because you putting yourself in a tough spot. You putting yourself in a tough spot if you match that offer.
Well, you can't do the sign and trade because it still puts them in the apron. So they have to get really creative. That's another problem as well.
So, quick question:
Mhm.
it will be Peyton Watson going where?
That's a good question.
I
Right
think
now,
OKC. I think OKC
well, no,
because they
right.
matched the offer.
I about to say, well, no, they matched what's the name? They matched another guy. I forgot his name. Um,
Oh, talking about the
Not
other guy.
Not Spencer Jones. I think it's
Yeah, it was
Spencer
Spencer
Woods.
Jones. No, was it Spencer
which
Jones?
it was Spencer Jones. They matched
Yeah,
Spencer
it
Jones.
was. They
They
pushed
matched
and that
Spencer
pushed
Jones.
Denver into the separate A because they matched
Yeah.
Spencer Jones.
So
So
now, yeah, go ahead,
my
Shannon.
question is, when did Peyton Watson become like Michael Jordan?
That's what I'm saying.
When did Spencer Watson become Jalen Brown? When did he become Cade Cunningham? Spencer Peyton. Hey, look, he
Talk that
cool.
shit.
He cool. But I mean, 15, 5 and 2, your fourth year, 23 years old. I mean, are we going off the experience
Intangibles.
of what we expected?
Expecting, expecting because he started because he what happened is Peyton Watson because it's been so long he started to take off. Like before he got that 15, he had that average. He averaged like 8, and then he learned how to figure it out. Scoring, scoring, creating. 6'8" wing. He was looking like he was about to be next up. You
Yeah,
know.
but he don't fit.
So
He don't fit Denver.
I
I mean,
think he
he's 6'8".
do. I think he just
Yeah.
stuck. I think he just stuck behind Christian Braun.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
the thing is,
mhm.
anybody, if you not Murray or Joker, the way that they play, you a corner boy.
Yeah,
Michael Porter Jr.,
respectfully,
quarter boy. Only other person that got free reign is Aaron Gordon because he can do everything.
fact.
Everybody else, Christian Brown, corner boy. They leave him wide open for three. That's his job. Peyton Watson, corner boy. Spencer Jones, that's what he do. He shoot wide open threes of Jokic kicking him the ball out. Tim Hardaway Jr., corner boy. That a bunch of the way they play. Jamal Murray, ISO, I'ma do my thing, get a bucket. Joker, I'ma facilitate, be open for your corner boy shots. That's the way they play. And I'm
Mhm.
not paying nobody that kind of money when I gotta look at the comps. Like they had to pay him. He won more than Christian Brown, right?
Yeah,
Yo,
I'm
no,
just
just
no, Christian Brown. What's Christian Brown contract? Let me see. Let me see. So Christian Brown. All right. Contract. Let's see. Okay, so Christian Brown is getting a 5-year wanted, fully guaranteed. Oh, so 25 mil. Okay, no, he wants as much as him. He wants the
yeah.
25 between the 25 and 35 mil.
he not
So
gonna get that. Christian
Brown
Brown was
just
a champion. Was a champion in college. Came straight into the league. Helped the team win a championship. This his rookie year. I don't know. And Christian Brown played. He had started. Like I don't get it. What? I don't know who Peyton Watson think he is. Who his representative thinks he is. This man ain't did. I don't know.
I mean, he not had a breakout year, but he showed a lot of growth last year, especially in
yeah,
the playoffs. He showed a lot of growth, and maybe they trying to upsell him. Like
He
maybe they
played.
trying to
He
upsell him.
didn't play. He wasn't hurt the whole playoffs.
No, he played. He
Watson.
played. Yeah, he just ain't play a lot. He played.
I
I
mean,
swore
well,
Peyton Watson was out the entire playoffs.
I'm tweaking.
you may be tweaking.
I
Yeah, he
swear
didn't
I
play.
said. Oh, all right,
Yeah,
all right.
I don't think. Yeah, his last game was April. It was April 1st
Yep,
against
April 1st,
Utah.
2026 against Utah
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
Jazz.
You're right. You're right. You're
he's
right.
not even available.
Oh
Nah,
no!
I
Don't do
mean,
that! Don't do that!
Get out of here,
hey,
man.
hey, talk that. So, all right, yeah, you know what? You know who his agents are, right?
He clutch.
It better
He
not be
damn
clutch.
right, he
It
clutch.
better
He
not be
damn right,
clutch.
he clutch.
It's clutch.
Yeah, it's clutch.
Okay.
Just we see what
Uh,
the fuck going on.
Let us all shut up. We know he about to get that bag.
He
He
about to get
about to get
paid.
That,
that
That's
that's
all. It
bag.
it.
don't even matter. He about to get paid.
Man, you got to get paid.
Now, I just
I
seen that
mean,
they looking at a sign and trade with him for Cleveland. So I mean that is a good landing spot for him if somebody do decide to take that contract. Cleveland definitely needs a wing. So I mean he could fit in over there. They hard nosed defense. They need the athleticism to go with Mitchell, especially after missing out on LeBron. So that'd be a good pickup for them. But 25 mil,
I hate that team so much. I hate that team, bro.
come
It's just
on, man.
it's just
what you
such a weird
mean?
team. They
You said
just such
what?
a weird team. Just be doing dumb stuff. Cleveland, bro. They need a wing because they got rid of DeAndre Hunter. Like I don't know. This stupid team. I don't man. Look, okay, that team.
Man, we need our B tier teams, man. We need the B tier teams to exist just to give
Yeah,
these weird cities something to
Shout out
root
to you,
for.
Peyton Watson. I ain't ever gonna hate nobody getting their money, man. You can get it. Shout out to you, Clutch.
Man, shout
But
out to you, Rich
yeah,
Paul.
yeah.
Shout out to
Rich
Rich
Paul,
Paul.
Rich Paul gonna get that bread. Yeah, they gonna get that bread. I mean, Nuggets committed to their core, and I mean, I get it, but okay. So here's my thing, and this is probably gonna be a lot about the CBA. So I've been arguing about this for some time now, for probably 2 weeks about this CBA, right? I do understand that it's flawed, right? But people wanting to bring back the old CBA, even the
Hell no.
one that 20, even not the 2016, Joe. We're talking about what, the 2023? Is it early the early 2020s? Bring that one back. Listen, man, it's not perfect, but it has created parity in the league. It has.
Yeah.
All right. I understand that. And also, the people that are saying, like, oh, well, this is just an absolute, like, all bad thing and it does more harm than good. At this point, me as a small market team, small to mid market team, same thing with Shadow as well, is that,
Oh, cut it out. Cut it out. The
well,
Spurs are not no
we
small
the
mid market
exception.
bro,
We the
team.
except. We are a small market team though.
they are small market
But
teams.
the
It's the only
culture
reason
has
I'm saying
created.
that.
The culture gives us a ledge
I'm
up.
not rocking with
That's
that
what
We
one.
no.
not
That's
looked at
that's
like that
why
way.
that's why I said mid. That's why I said mid and small size. But yes,
But we
they're
are
technically
mid. We are
small
small
size.
market.
They're technically small size, but they really mid size. They're really a big franchise to be honest, in my fair opinion. But
That's
hey,
what
who
I'm
am I to
saying.
judge? Who am I to judge? I can't argue with numbers. That's just what it is.
Just because
Just
they
want to
shit
tell
to
you,
do in San Antonio don't mean that they're a mid market team.
hey man, by the people, Texas is a big state, but apparently, per the numbers, per the money, of course, the area, they are a small size team. I'm still bumping them up to mid, but they're technically a small mid size team. And here's the thing that I know the super teams haven't been built, and I know that this is not this is I'm basing it off the super team thing. But at the end of the day, is people are like, oh, pay them their money, pay them their money. These owners have billions of dollars, which they do. But guess what? The owners wanted this CBA. So therefore, even if the CBA was something different and they were able to pay it, they won't pay all these players. And another
Yeah.
thing about it is people got to understand is there's another thing about this mid market team. I'm tired of people saying that, oh, billionaires, all these guys have money, they're all on the same status. No. One of the reasons why they put that the way it is because Tom Gores as our owner would not be able to outbid Clippers, Lakers, Miami, and Knicks if the cap was raised that high. Players want to go there and also they can pay them a lot more money in the market they are. So I'm tired of people sitting up here downplaying it, saying, "Oh, well, they all got millions of dollars, so they're on the same playing field." No, the fuck they're not. I've been a Detroit Pistons fan my whole damn life, and we've been getting scraps and wins and win everything. Yes, it's depressing life, but we win this. But people go to different places all the fucking time, and it's not about fucking money at this point because they can't outbid the motherfucking big teams. If they're gonna do that, just make it fucking 8 teams and leave it at that. I'm
That's whack.
tired of that shit. It is whack, but it's also whack that everybody's saying, "Oh, well, you know what? This just opened up the ports." No, because then we get the same fucking teams. And if we're gonna do that ignorant shit, then we might as well keep it to 8 teams if y'all want to be on that side. If nobody's not gonna give any type of alternatives to make this deal better, I need for everybody to shut the fuck up. My DMs is open if y'all want to have a conversation.
It's crazy. Like I love being able to keep my players on my team, but at the same time, I do love basketball and being able to see different players, not like super team up, but just seeing different players play on different teams and like seeing the combinations. Um, but I think also you care less when you care less when your team suck. When your
For
team
sure.
suck, it's a great thing because it's like, hey man, we suck. We might get a chance. We got some money. We might get a chance to get somebody that wouldn't normally came here. But on the flip side to it, I mean, I get it because there hasn't been a repeat champion since what? the Heat, right?
in 8 years, in
Eight
Was
eight
it?
years.
It was the Heat or the Warriors? One
years,
of those. The
bruh.
Warriors. Yeah, the Warriors.
The
8 years.
Warriors.
So it's like I want to keep
That
my
sucks.
players, especially me having a great young core that I have. But I also understand that, you know, you're right. Everybody money is not the same. If cause for real, imagine if we was like baseball, we didn't have no cap, and it's like, hey, look, the Dodgers getting everybody.
We seen it, bro.
You
We've
seen
seen
it. You
this.
seen that, and it was the whole thing versus the built team versus the bought team. But money talk, man. Like
Hey, let them know.
so I don't know. It's like one of them things where it's like you gotta every it's called a collective bargaining agreement. You bargain, you know, and everybody money not the same. Look at Portland's owner. He don't want to
Yeah.
give shirts. He's saying I'm not buying another. I'm not paying for the stadium. I'll
That's a good
move the
example.
team before I
He
pay.
about to say,
If
this nigga trying to leave.
he said if
Yeah.
y'all ain't gonna pay for it, I'll move the team somewhere else. Everybody, man, look, y'all
I mean,
better.
but you know the beautiful thing about this though, Shadow. The thing about this, here's the thing: they still have the option to overpay to keep the players. That's never not been off the table.
Yeah, nobody wants to
People
eat
just
that
don't want
lunch.
that
Nobody
tax.
wants.
Who wants to
Nah,
pay it?
I'm about
But
to say, but
and
like the
because
consequences too high, bro. Like you asking for a lot of tax, bro. That's a
yeah,
lot of
Yeah,
and
tax.
at the
no,
end of the
they're
day,
taxing.
and at the end of the day, everybody in the NBA, every owner's goal is not to win a championship. You know, this is a
Facts.
business at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these players, a lot of these owners, it's like, okay, cool. Well, I know who we got. I know who they got. I know we ain't going nowhere. Do I really want to scrap and claw and do all this just to be the ninth seed and get blown out in the play in and get a garbage a shitty pick, which is why they changed the whole draft lottery thing where you can't
Yeah,
have a top thing in 3 years in a row. But it's like they're trying on one end, but the other end it's like everybody's goal is not the same. Look at
it's
the
not.
Mavericks. Look at the Mavericks. When they got that new owner and Mark Cuban thought he was still gonna be basketball operations and all this stuff. Now look at it's like they it's crazy, you know. Think everybody's goal. He talking about they want to worry about a casino.
I'm about to
Everybody's
say
goals is
they
not
hit for
the
the real
same.
estate. They hit for the real estate.
Now you look at
Yeah,
some owners. You look at an owner like my man, dang, Balmer. He like, look, I'm paying whatever. I'm trying to win a ring for the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? Like I
yeah, for a fact.
buy a new arena, buy this, buy that. My money long. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
everybody's he won a ring. He won a championship. You
Oh
know,
yeah, yeah,
Matt
for
Isham
sure.
from the Suns. That's why they won't let Devin Booker go. He lowering the prices, concessions, and everything because he a man of the people. But he like, look, I'm trying to win for Phoenix. It's just that ain't nobody trying to
Yeah,
go to Phoenix.
I'm
That's
not
his.
even
Nobody.
trying to go to things.
That's the
But
only
that's
fact.
what
He
but
doing
that's
his
what I'm
part.
saying.
This ain't nobody trying to go to Phoenix. You know.
That
So
that's the example I was using though. But now you've now leveled the playing field because people may actually go to Phoenix eventually because even if it's money, he's willing to pay. He goes there. There wouldn't even be an option if the CBA was like it was because we've seen this before.
But what if you end up like we talking about the money? But what if we end up in a situation like the Thunder, where you gotta let a player like Lou Dort go? You gotta potentially let a player like Jalen Williams go or Chet Holmgren go because you drafted so well, and all these players are eventually they overperforming and eventually eligible for a supermax. Like, why should they be punished for that? Because they so good. You know what I'm saying? They also just drafted good. Like, why is that a thing? I don't think that's fair either.
Continue to draft better.
Continue
What
to
is that?
draft better.
No, what I know, no dead ass. That's part of being a GM. Like that's the reason why they are. They can let go of these people. But if you look at their draft now, a day it's going to be
What
nice. He's
more do
struggling in
you
some
want from
league, but he's
me?
going. I mean, he's
More.
struggling in some league. Nah, but for real, that's what it's all about. Finding those talents and then bringing them in and being able to see that. Like
and
that's the thing. People talk about and scream about this, but the OKC GM just punished Denver. He's still playing chess. Like this is like if your
Yeah, but
GM is nice, he gonna work.
yeah,
but then you get
but
in a situation like the Brooklyn Nets where they're like, all right, bro, we gonna play the draft game, and niggas get mad at y'all for tanking. It's like, bro, we gotta do something. Yeah, we can't buy a team, so we gonna have to do something.
if we
Now niggas mad at us for not winning games when we trying to draft well.
if we realistic, if we being honest about OKC, like they have taken a step back for in the immediate. They got these picks and stuff like that, which will be great eventually. But right now, I mean, you lost Lou Dort, you traded away Wiggins and
Isaiah Joe's with us.
Isaiah Joe, and it's like I get it, but also remember Shay's contract is about to kick in, his extension. You got to pay him 60.
Shay and Jalen contract about to kick
You
in.
know what
I
I'm
think
saying? You
I
got to
think
pay him
Chat
60.
kick in 2028.
Mind you, that's why Wimby didn't. He said I'm gonna leave like 50 on the table because it's like he said I don't want the issue to be money when it come to us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, if I could do it, because if I'm getting endorsements from Louis Vuitton and Nike and all
That's
this
what I'm
other
about to
stuff,
say.
everybody's
Talk
not
to
in that
him.
situation, so I get it. But if I'm got endorsements from Louis Vuitton, Nike, and we see Wimby and we see that he wants to win, nigga crying, he want to win that bad. Like that's why everybody's not motivated by the same thing. It's like I can make that 50 million. I didn't already made that 50 million. You know what I'm saying? That ain't even money out. That's like it's like when you get money and it's already spent. So he
That's
like, all right,
fact.
cool. If that'll help me, so Harper can stay, so we don't have a James Harden situation over a couple $1 million, or Castle don't got to take less. You see all the people we was able to bring back. We re-signed Champagny. We brought back Harrison Barnes. We brought back everybody. The only thing that we haven't done is
Investigate the Spurs.
you said what?
Nah, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
So it's like
I don't know what that was.
it's one of them things where it's like, hey, something has to give. It's give and take. It's give and take. And
Man,
that's what allows you to get a Tobias Harris. You know what I'm saying? Darren Fox contract is about to kick in next year, but it don't
Right.
really affect us too much because we still got Castle and Harper on rookie Wimby. They all Wimby just signed his so we in a good spot. But every team is not built that way. So
That's
you
the
know,
mid-market teams. I'm telling you, bruh. Mid-market teams could do all that. They could have a Wimby, a Fox, a Tobias Harris on a new deal. You know what I'm saying? Only the mid-market teams could do that. They not a large franchise, bruh. I was tripping when I said that about the Spurs. They not a large
we
franchise.
nobody, man. We nobody. We
look. I mean, I'm saying this though, but see how you're able. That makes your GM and your players get on the same accord. That's just the realization of it. Like I understand that like people are mad about this, but I think there are other issues outside of just that. I think the supermax is a big thing.
For
I think
sure.
the supermax needs to be redone and reconstructed.
yeah.
Honestly,
Mhm.
like without a doubt, like this is one of them things that matter. You're right. You can't put everybody on the same playing field, but then still give players all this time to get this max, and now it just creates this dysfunction. So if anything, the one thing I'm gonna throw in the hat with this to make this thing better is fix the fucking supermaxes. I think that's where it needs to start. All right. I also think that they need to fix the qualifying offer as well, and how that goes, and how players retain talent. Because there is no reason that Peyton Watson qualifying offer is going to be 6 mil, Jalen Duren is going to be 9.5, but AJ DeBoss is coming in making 14. He should not. He should not make more than those two players. And I get it, but it shouldn't be off the rip, in
But
my
that's on the
honest
rookie
opinion.
scale though, based on the CBA.
Right.
You
That's
know,
that's the CBA for.
that's
Yeah.
why everybody was talking about my boy Slim from Duke looking garbage in Minnesota, but it's because he only signed one day before his first summer league game. Because they working out
Right.
that contract. It got to make sense for both teams. It's no way AJ DeBonson will come into the league and make $5 million. He could have stayed in college for that. It's different
Right.
NIL. He making way more. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same
Yeah,
playing
that
field.
fucked up the money
I,
too.
I'm
That
about to,
fucked up the
I was gonna say that like when you got the NIL situation, that should have been a key factor in the renegotiating the CBA.
Yeah,
They
but
should
the
have
I agree.
just
NCAA
took
and
it
the
from
NBA
there.
is not the same entity. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
So they.
Yeah, I mean, I agree though. That's why I said I start with the
You
supermax
double
because that's what's
dipping.
going on
You
now.
double dipping
Yeah,
for
you
real,
definitely
for real.
double dipping
You know
Scottie
what I'm
Pippen. You
For
hit
saying?
me.
sure.
Yeah, for sure. That's exactly what's going on. Yeah, AJ running that bag up. Investigate the Wizards. It's like go ahead. Start looking in that right now. I know the city. You from the city. You get it all the time. Well, watch them, bro.
So
Watch them.
With the hats on is crazy.
With the
Facts.
hats on is crazy. Different, both different. The navy blue and the classic red. I mean,
You feel me?
no, I absolutely agree, man. I think that there's some things, but yes, I think that starting off with the qualifying offer, Supermax are the things that needs to be discussed. And once that happens, I do think the reconstruction of keeping your players, because apparently in the CBA also allows you to create. I have to dig deeper into it, but it also was also made for you to keep your players as well, because you can extend your own players to
Mhm.
with a lesser penalty than the previous CBA, which nobody wants to talk about. That's the thing that nobody want to talk about. We saw all that money getting thrown, but there was a penalty with that, and it was harsh. So these are things that still need to be discussed. Like I said, it's not perfect. The people that I talked about, I'm gonna go ahead and reiterate again. It's not perfect, but I told y'all to bring me to the table smarter things and just paying more people more money. And now I'm bringing y'all the things to the table. Fix those things, and then we can start from there. That's just my honest opinion.
One
And
word would change all this, and that's or two words: team equity or player equity. Instead of leveraging dollar bills, start giving niggas equity in their contracts for the team to own pieces of the team instead of
ooh,
just paying them money.
Them owners would never.
They would
they
never.
never, yeah,
They would
never.
never. But it'll stop a lot.
Okay,
It'll stop a
okay.
lot.
Look,
So
I'm.
so so
Go ahead,
so
Shadow.
Jay, let me ask you a question.
So,
With all that being said, do you want Duran back? Because I'm
I'm
gonna say this.
telling you.
One thing I will say is $100 million in San Antonio and $100 million in Miami is way different than $100 million in LA and New York. Because we don't
Facts.
got
That's a
because there's
fact.
no state tax. You know the taxes are different.
That's a
So
fact.
you know I'd seen that D'Angelo Russell and Jalen Brunson showed their contract. Would they get a game check, and after they order tax, it's about half. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's different, But like I was, do you want Duran back? Like, oh,
man. We was 3 minutes away. I should have been on my soapbox a little before I didn't have to talk about this. Damn. Hey, look, man. I like Jalen Duran. You know what I'm saying? I want him to stay. I want him to stay because he liked the city. I'm playing. This is our platform. Oh, fuck being diplomatic. No, pack him up. Pack him up. Let's just keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. He nice for what he does, but he plays a lot on this. He plays a lot when it comes to the point guard. Okay. He doesn't make anything, create anything from 7 foot. He can create shots, but the problem is that he doesn't have that. He has to struggle as far as scoring and or creating plays. And we know creating plays is one of the best things for him, and we want to back stock in that. The defense only took an uptick is because Asar was there. Asar controls the whole flow. I've seen Asar communicate that on the floor. Make sure he angle players and bring them to Durant in the Rudy Gobert thing, and you're still not averaging certain blocks. Okay? Like you're still not averaging certain blocks. At the end of the day, you don't create anything that a premier big man has created and provided. I'm just keeping it a buck. Then when you have the time, I hear people say he's young. He is young, and I think he will get better. But this ain't all he didn't show up for the playoffs. This is the second playoffs he didn't show up. We went last year, you didn't show up. Then we needed you this time, you didn't show up. You averaged 10 points. You averaged 10 points in the offs. When you played Cleveland twice and you averaged 20 on them. But when it came to the offs, you averaged 10. You didn't show up. And if you ain't gonna show up to defend your honor when Wendell Carter took your bitch, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it was.
They
No, you know what? JD didn't want it. So
won. They won that series, man. Y'all won that series.
he didn't want her. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. She on the win. I take that back. I'm good. Feed to the internet. Look, Wendell Carter try to brag on taking your girl and she on that social media talking shit. And how did you respond to that? The team carry.
by getting dunked
That's
on.
crazy. Getting dunked on. Being a
He did
highlight
get dunked
reel.
on.
Being a highlight reel. You know what I'm saying? And that affects everything. Nobody wants to have another James Harden. James Harden days of scalping, getting people back because he doesn't show up, it's over. There's a reason why Cleveland haven't put in the deal yet. When I was already situated and sorted out way before this, before he got there. And we know James Harden did that because that's one of the things he said out of his mouth. So no, and also at the same time too, when it comes to, I know you want your money, and I'm not going to tell you don't get your money. Get your money, JD. I'm not mad at that. But at the end of the day, brother, We sent you out there to say, prove it to us that you're worth this, and nobody took the shot on you. They wanted to trade you for Sabonis.
Still want to trade him for Sabonis
I would trade
Still
him for.
want to trade you
I
for
would trade him
Sabonis.
for some.
right now.
Mind you,
So,
this third
mhm.
team All NBA we talking about.
And it's what his second year? What second, third year?
What, second to third year? No, his contract is about to be up, so it's about to be third.
That's what I'm
Like he's
saying
yeah.
though. That's
Which,
that's that's all
bruh.
right, bruh. That's all right,
Bro,
bruh.
no. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. Also, the thing that people don't pay attention to is that Jalen Duren is very much so what people don't realize is just coming off of being injury prone. He has two ankle braces because he got injured frequently those past few years. So now you want me to pay an injured big man that possibly may re-injure himself, that doesn't have a definitive thing that sticks out, a definitive skill that doesn't show up in the playoffs, and hasn't made a genuine shot outside of 7 foot, 7 feet.
So what I will say is the problem is you are 100% correct, but this is Jalen Duren's quote unquote breakout year. You know, you go from averaging 9, 14, then a 12, and then you go all the way up to 20. It's
Hmm.
like 20 and 11, third team All NBA
All
on
star.
a contract. You on a contract. Yeah, this you going into your fifth season. Hey, it's like if you don't, and this is why it's crazy because and this is why this might be a hot take to some people. This is why it's weird because the what happens with the MVP vote and all NBA all that stuff is supposed to be a regular season a thing, right?
Hmm.
But everything that happened in the regular season would say that Jalen Duren was supposed to get this money. But based on his performance in the playoffs
Hmm.
and him shrinking terribly, it's like you got to prove it to us.
Right.
Because even if they lose that first round and Jalen Duren is doing this thing, we good. We gonna get some reinforcements. We gonna run it back. Let's get our big man taken care of, and we good. We got him and K. We gonna build. No, because he played so poorly, it's like now we got all these question marks. And I think I don't know. I think it's like you got to swim 25 miles and you go 24 and then you turn back around. That's what he did in playoffs. His playoffs was swimming back the other way. He went the wrong way.
I
So
mean,
that's where
playoffs.
we at.
Playoffs is super important. Super important. But this is a young player, bruh. I got to cape for him just a little bit. A young player who haven't even nobody on that team been that far except Tobias Harris. Young player, and I feel like I said this before, but it's about the small wins going through a long career. Like he played all 82 or majority of the 82, and he showed up for both series of the playoffs. Small wins, like you just said, he got ankle history, you got injury history. You got to get to that point. So it's like either we invest in his future now because we know what he could possibly do, and we also just believe in K and Asar that much that it's like, all right, bro, we could pay him, and this could be our core. We seen what he could do when he at his best. Now we see what he could do at his worst. We know he might shrink. We seen that. Now it's like, all right, we believe in him. Either we gonna believe in him and try to get some pieces to kind of hide that shrinking factor, or we just gonna walk away from the project in general and go get a season vet because we in win now mode. And that's up to the Pistons to decide if they in win now. I don't know if they really there, but it's up to them to decide if they there. Like,
Okay, no. I'm gonna say, look, I'm also gonna say this because there are a lot of Pistons fans that jumped the gun as well. I was talking about fire trading and all this stuff. Now that we're here, listen. Some of the people that are watching, I'm telling you, I am old enough to see us win a championship, and I'm telling you now, we just came off a 14 win season not too long ago. We are way above, we're way ahead the curve. But the thing that hurts Duran the most when you say that, DJ, is that we have a Asar. We have a Asar and he's young. Asar showed up in both offs. So
but that's
why? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say that's y'all got a K and y'all got a Asar. After that, it's questionable, and we know Asar ain't got no offense yet. You know what I'm saying? Like
So
after that, it's questionable.
he doesn't have offense. But here's the thing. I think when the Sar was able to manipulate and run the ball, which is something that was planned, that was supposed to do, but that was a difference between the GM and JB. He was averaging like I think he was averaging double digits. Still barely double digits. Maybe like 12, maybe like 11. Like he was averaging pretty good points, right? Until they said, you know what, we want you not to create anymore. We want you to just be nothing but defense. We feel like that's the best role for you.
Hmm.
But giving the Sar the time to create like he did, able to handle the rock like he was, attack certain cuts in that way, and just focus all on the defensive side, that can absolutely change. That is the grace that Jalen Duran has had that we didn't put him in that spot, and I stand behind that. We're going to see that this year. That's why we haven't made a lot of moves because the Sar is going to be able to create.
That's true. But
So
the problem
yeah,
is Jalen. The problem is Detroit should not be looking at Jalen Duran like he Shaquille O'Neal. They should be
Right.
looking at him like he Jalen Duran. They should be looking at him like how Minnesota be looking at Rudy. Because as much trash as they talk about Rudy, he do his job. And then he can't do everything, but you don't accidentally slip and fall and bust your ass into winning 4 defensive player of the year. You know what I'm
talk
saying?
to him.
So
Talk to
you
him.
so what you do is, like my man said, you take Duran for what he is. You see that he'll shrink sometimes, but it's like, okay, cool. If you got Asar and you got Kate, it's a team game.
Right.
Nobody
For
is
sure.
expecting Jalen Duran to be prime Shaq. Now we want him. We don't want him to shrink to go from 20 points to 9. But at the same time, that roster. I mean,
It's not built to
It's
win, man.
yeah,
it's
I mean,
it's
because
it's, it's a
you
funky
do. It's
fit for
like, and then
sure.
you pick up Herder. He play every other game in the playoffs. I personally I'm a big believer in Jenkins. Jenkins has proved a lot.
Oh yeah,
You
for sure. He
know,
got his
you
bag.
just you. It's not. I don't want to say that I'm not. I would never call a team going to being a number one seed a fluke. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, but it was ahead of schedule. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I
that's
think we
it.
collapsed along. I think a lot of that stuff. I just think they fine. They fine.
Run it back.
Run it back. Go get your man. Let Asar develop some more. Let Jenkins be okay. Cool. I'm not wondering what my future is. What I got going on. You develop Asar. You let K keep doing this thing, and you go from there. I mean hey. I think sometimes
Yeah.
we just be too quick to we live in a microwave society where we be just be too quick to all right, cool, you know? Because
You
look
don't.
what happened in Memphis.
Right.
They
They
was good
traded their
number
whole
two
core.
seed, gritty and business blah. They trade the heart and soul. They trade Dylan Brooks. Next thing you know, everything it's over.
I
Don't
mean,
be
but
like Memphis.
we could be like Memphis signing Jalen Duran though. They believed in the core. They believe in the core paying, getting Ja Bane and Triple J. And what did that end up with them doing? Scrapping the whole thing. We can easily be the same exact team. I'm not saying don't pay Jalen Duran. I want Duran to get his money. I personally want Duran happy. I want Duran back. Honestly, in my honest opinion, without all the beef it is. But now looking at it and seeing how much his holdout is and how this going, I'm not sure how it would gel with the team. I think everybody will understand you trying to get your money, but at the same time, like they're at the same time, if I know I'm gonna be back and I know it's gonna be a thing, I'm still not like not hanging out with teammates, right? Like I just know that that's gonna be contract stuff. And then if we cool and we a bond, we a fam, you know what I'm saying? Then if I gotta go, I gotta go. But that wouldn't stop me for the grind. It's like I let my agent handle that, and I'm still with the squad. He wasn't there summer league. He wear all the squad. I don't see him anything else with the squad. So that just tells me something,
Yeah,
right? But I want Jalen. At the end of the day, I want Jalen Duran. If I want Jalen Duran back, if he's happy, that's my biggest thing.
yeah.
Then we can rock. Then we can rock with it.
We don't
But
want DeAndre
unfortunately,
Ayton again. We don't
yeah, we
want.
don't want DeAndre Ayton. We could be that because guess what? We seen DeAndre Ayton have a really good year and get paid. People took the oh, we're going to go ahead and invest in that, and it end up biting them in the ass. And that's one thing I don't want. I'm saying though, but to dispel all the rumors, I know we're over time. No one offered Jalen Duran 20 mil. Apparently, it's been between the 35-40 mark, but Jalen Duran went 57 a year.
And he's tweaking.
He want what?
57 a year.
He's tweaking.
He went to 287. Full max, super max.
He trying to.
Yeah.
He trying.
Hey,
It's
who
out
was
the
that? Yeah.
He
mud,
trying.
dog. Hey,
He trying to go play in Chicago. That's what it sounds like. He
56
trying to.
Oh,
million.
He trying to go play
yes.
for Lee Nang.
Yes. I'm not paying you more than Wimby. I'm sorry. I'm not. Sorry, bro.
How you gonna pay Asar? How you gonna pay? How you
He'll
gonna
pay
pay?
anybody.
How you gonna pay anybody?
Now, do you see the issue what we're having?
Who is agent? It better be Rich Paul asking for their
Hey,
numbers.
what I
'Cause
what
if
I,
it
what I
ain't,
tell
they
y'all?
tweaking.
And then I say, I thought Peyton Watson thought he was Michael Jordan. Uh, hey, Jalen Duran think he a king.
Right? You say prime shot. He thinking he prime shot.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, if he
Shout
was
out to you,
prime
Jalen
shot,
Duran. Go ahead and get some money if you can. That's gonna be. I'm gonna be watching closely.
Nah, brother, you gotta come down off that number, brother. Sorry about that. Don't get that money. You asking for too much pressure on yourself.
57 mil, man. Like I said, I'm not mad at it. Tell him to, hey, JD, if it's ever come across, you tell them till you tell them no, bro. Until they say no, absolutely not. Keep on fighting that. But at the end of the
Nigga,
day, is
I'm telling you
yeah.
no, nigga. If you see this, I'm telling you no, my boy. You won't get it. Don't ask.
Hey, look, man. All I'm saying is that's all I'm saying, fellas. Like he wants the super. He wants what he get paid for. And I'm not mad at that. And also at the same time too, there's smaller things because I'm not gonna hold you. I would take Anthony Edwards and all the games he played in the playoffs over Durant. Anthony Edwards didn't make it because of injury. So that's why I think like the availability thing is important, but there's some issues with that because AE is 100% a better player in my honest opinion.
For sure.
What?
All right, that was
Oh,
very diplomatic.
no. That's who got a different opinion.
Word, like, it's cold takes. Cold takes.
I
That's
want to
not
be.
a hot take.
I want to be.
That's not a hot take. That's not a hot take.
That's
So
Antarctica right there. This man said Anthony Edwards is a better player than Jalen Duran, in my opinion. Hey yo, hey
man,
Jay, that's
right,
one.
right.
We got that's one for the Bucks. Hey, I'm
Hey, bro, right, right. Water's
crying.
wet, right? Water's
Oh
wet,
man,
right? Hey, that's one of them things. Water is wet, gang. But I just had to say it because I know this. We're in a wild world, man. So that's for the Jalen Duran news. In my honest opinion, I wouldn't be mad. I think not even just trading him for money. I just think trading him at this point so he could be happy. I don't want him to be upset in the place.
yeah,
That's just what it comes down to. At the end of the day, I want him happy.
yeah.
That's what it is.
I know we over time, but it's one thing I did want to say.
So,
I I have to, and I was gonna save this for premiere of my show, but I'm gonna just say it here now because I want to say this now. I'm renouncing. I have a top 10 players of all time, and I'm renouncing Jason Tatum from my top 10.
Oh,
He is no longer one of my top 10 players of all time. My favorite players of all time.
damn, what he
Um,
do?
I just think that whole buddy cool stuff, and then to go and they he wants to he wasn't taking no shot at Jalen Browns, but the whole I don't want to be the smartest person in the room, and then that's everybody been saying about Jalen Brown. I don't like that, bruh. Because when
Yeah.
Jalen Brown won that MVP, that Finals MVP, he said, "I couldn't have did this without my brother, without Jason Tatum. So we share this trophy." Like he always has given, and he was there first. Remember, JB was there before Tatum was there.
for sure.
And we seen what JB did when Tatum wasn't. Man, look, that shit made me so mad. I just can't get down with no. That's goofy. It's just goofy. And then Tatum, the kind of guy we just sitting there like, it's cool. I don't know Tatum. I don't know none of these players. But everybody got their reasons. But it's like I like JB based on the way he carry himself and what he do on and off the court and the way he just is matter of fact and certain and confident in himself. And Tatum, he be giving off like I don't know. He like I don't want to say this because it's gonna come the wrong way, but it's like when you with your girl and you be like, "What you want to eat?" and she don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's Tatum. I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
On
I
the
don't like
fence,
that.
on the fence
So
type nigga.
yeah, man. Just I'm too on the fence, wishy washy with it. I'm cool, man. So I'm good off Tatum. He a great player, but I'm cool. I'm cool.
Damn. There we have it. So either on your pod and or when you come back for next week's sports, now we got to hear your top 10. Now we
For
got to
sure.
have a segment of the top 10. Now
For
we
sure.
got to have it. So now y'all know what's going on. With that being said, do we have any outgoing remarks?
Oh man,
Nothing,
I
Nah,
nothing
mean,
crazy.
I guess we gotta wait and see. I guess we gotta wait and see. I don't think we touched on Cowboy Pope going to the Sixers, but you know, we just watching the buyout market now, seeing
Yeah,
where the rest of the free agents go.
yeah.
So
But
wait and
don't
see
forget,
game.
because we've been waiting.
yeah.
Last time we talked, last week we talked about Russ. We talked about DeMar DeRozan. We're gonna have to see where
Nobody
they
went
go,
nowhere.
see what they
Yep,
got going on. So hopefully by next week we see some more moves to the buyout market now, because LeBron James finally planted his flag in the sand. So now all the rest of the marbles fall. So we'll see what goes from there. You know. But I'm
that's
cool.
a
I ain't got
fact.
nothing to say. Shout out to my daughter. She made me a bracelet for my birthday. So,
Hey,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? But other than
hey,
that, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
But yeah.
sir.
So
So with that being said, all right. Well, look, I'm gonna go ahead, give y'all back y'all night. Appreciate y'all showing up per usual. We will see y'all next week. Like I said, it's typically Thursday sports, unless something else big happen. Mondays, usually Tuesdays, between Monday and Tuesdays, the comic book pod, and DJ's already ready to slander some shit. So with that being said, y'all have a good weekend, and we'll see y'all next week.